Hello, so I am back and here doing the Venus transiting Sagittarius that's happening November the 30th. And I know the last couple these transits and the last couple ones that I have, well, Saturn and Pisces, I have that added to my channel. That particular transit I found was very, very interesting, and you guys should go check it out because it talks about where we're receiving huge rewards now that Saturn is going direct in the sign of Pisces, right? And just to set us up for a great transition into the 1 year of 2026. So find out how you're jumping on board, how strong, like how you're moving forward, jumping on board just with a clear, concise direction. And let's not get confused about that, because every little bit counts and we want to use these energies to our advantages. Remember that, because that's the whole reason why I do what I do. Well, I say what I say in the way that I do. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, go check that out. And I will put that link, the video, to the end of this video for easy access. Now, let's get back to it, because on November the 29th, Mercury goes direct in the sign of Scorpio. So this is the thing. We see where changes need to be made in our lives, in our thought process, how we communicate via messages, what we hear from other people, what we have learned, our own experiences. And Venus entering into the sign of Sagittarius November the 30th is even more about what changes we made, right? What information that we have to our disposal, at our disposal, that's going to show us how to move forward in the most effective way possible. Now, I know that we typically talk about Venus being about money and finances, but I am the type of person to where I look at things that money is about how we feel about ourselves. We generate income according to the frequency that we're on. We generate income when we understand ourselves, right? We understand that we are the money and income. And furthermore, you guys, you do understand that we can have gains and we can make profit and we can sustain ourselves through shared energy. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Let's not focus too much on money specifically, because we can't sleep on the fact that we can get our needs met in other ways through other people that show up, that, help us out, etc., etc. I'm all for that type of stuff. Now, and understand that the biggest part of ourselves and our relationships to others and how we bring in income and we generate finances, currency, is about our attractiveness and us living our purpose. So this is what I want to solidify for you, or bring to your attention, because even though we're still dealing with the month of November when it comes to these transits starting and being initiated, we see them and watch them play out throughout the month of December, which, by the way, is leading us up step by step, inch by inch, brick by brick, to next year, 2026, that year one vibration of one, what we want to begin, what we want to start, what we have worked through for once and for all, and we don't need to go back and experience these things again. And if we are going to have a repeat this time around, we're going to know exactly how we want to move forward, because it may be in a different way than what we typically would and how we typically do things. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to do separate timestamps for each sign where this is playing out. Go check out your sun and your rising just to see how things fit, how they make sense for you, and also understand that, we are our birth chart. So even where this could be playing out in your personal birth chart, go check that out as well. Now, this is the thing. I understand how I do my reads, how I do my transits. They tell a story for me. Now, I want this one to be a little bit more fun, You can't really get too fun and just fun alone if you're talking about scorpionic energy. However, this video is designed to tell you how to attract in what it is that you want. Whether it is the relationships that you want, whether it is the finances that you want, or the lifestyle that you want, your attractiveness, effectiveness, in what area you should be using in order to get things to vibrate on a certain frequency, to vibrate in order to and operate in a manner to attract these things. I'm going to tell you how to use this particular energy to do so. All right. According to your sign and where these placements and these energies are playing out at. So without further ado, go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And feel free to add your comment in the comment section, whether you are just expressing how these transits are playing out for you, what you have discovered or became awakened to as far as these particular transits or others that happened, or any questions that you may have as well. Just information you can bring and present to other people because it is helpful to other people. And that is what we are here for. All right. So once again, thank you. And I will see you at your specific sign. Okay. So Aries, let's start with you. What it is that you became aware of and that you recognize in the area that you're making changes in is in your 8th house of personal development, psychological and emotional states of being, and deep, connected, real, profound relationships, even seeing how your relationships with other people and the neglect of, or, a lack of emotional fulfillment, however you want to put it, really played a part in how you see yourself now and where you're at and the changes that you want to make, even with some of you guys for finances. The way that you need to make those changes has came up. And understand that this is karmic debt as well. Karmic debt, paying off karmic debt, fixing debt. All of this is here, and you're making changes in that area, is something that puts you on the right path for major financial changes, for major solidifying major intimate bonds and relationships that are profound, that are close, that are real, that you really want to have, right? Now, let's even move into the fact that Venus is entering the Sagittarius November the 30th in your 9th house. How you move forward with the changes, what you recognize, what you're awakened to, and the changes that you've made and you're going to make is moving forward with education, moving forward with spiritual pursuits, moving forward past old, stagnant, set in stone experiences. And you become very attractive with your experience. So this is not the time for you to say, looking at your age or sizing up younger people to you and saying how you've gotten older and how you're not worth anything. This is not the time. Your experience makes you sexy. Your experience makes you attractive. As a matter of fact, some of you guys are put in a position to where you are able to lead and teach others, or that's something that you want to become. And this is the thing. In this day and age, there are many different ways that you can do that. Show how you have moved forward and how you've overcome difficult situations. You didn't get here for no reason. So yes, you're attracting other individuals that also has this desire for forward movement, and they come to you after your hardships and after your hard experiences, and they come to you in order to share with you on a connected level new experiences, right? For some of you guys, this may be age gap relationships. For others of you guys, this is you even possibly setting up a platform, ministering to other people, teaching other people, even getting counseling yourself in order to help you move forward or help you pay it forward, because some sort of energy is being paid forward to you. Some of you guys could definitely come in contact with a situation, a significant situation with someone else. And this could be even through love, through partnership, to where you are able to get money or financing off of this person, combine finances, and it changes your life because you could have been in a difficult situation, struggling even. And this brought major needed changes. And for others of you, this is very, very good when it comes to positioning yourself, pay off debt, even show other people how to do it, and also get into the right type of financial bracket that you want. And this is very, very good if you are looking for some sort of spiritual inclinations or spiritual pursuit. But whatever the case may be, the higher your vibration right now and being in alignment with those changes, the more attractive you're going to be and the more you're going to attract finances and relationships into your life in the type of material lifestyle that you want, whatever level that is on and whatever that means for you. Okay, Aries, thank you for joining me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel because I will be back. Taurus, you are going through significant changes when it comes to your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. How you even see yourself. Now you know how you've aligned yourself, who you've been aligning yourself with, what you've seen through those relationships, and you know how to move forward. You know who you want to participate with, who you want to interact with, and who you don't want to. And these relationships that seem like they could have destroyed you or taken you to a place that you never thought you would have came out from, to your demise, you end up seeing the lessons in them. You end up seeing the roles that they played in your life, and even you're interacting with them. So you don't want to be attached to these relationships anymore with these people, and you made those changes. Some of you guys, you're in a relationship, or you were in it could have been a love relationship, it doesn't matter, to where you and this person had to withstand the fire, had to withstand the challenges, and you have done that, or you're about to see yourself do that. The changes are going to show that you guys came out together. Okay, there's some of you guys that maybe you're even separating from someone was the best choice. However, there's still ways that you guys can come out together. Over time, you've seen what you produce together. It's not about a regret. It's just about chopping it up and moving forward. And like I said, some of you guys' relationships go to the next level because, in your financial situation, because you guys were able to carry some sort of business venture through it to the other side. You were able to withstand some sort of romantic relationship, and you guys made it through some hardships, and you're on the other side, however that may look. And the changes for you and what you're attracting comes into play in your 8th house of a business. You're moving forward in business, clearing up debt, getting your financial situation straight, or even seeing that happen. Some of you guys, you're doing business with other cultures of people. You're doing business with people that maybe this is your first time experiencing, interacting with them, however the case may be. But you are attractive. You are extremely attractive when you work on yourself, when you are able to control your emotions, but be open to them at the same time, when you're able to heal past trauma, when you're able to resolve financial debt. Okay, you're cleaning up your energy in order to put yourself inside of the vibrational alignment to receive. Others could be given to you. And remember, it's not all about finances. It could be materials. You could be a Taurus and you have a business. Let's say you're opening up a school. Someone may say, hey, you know what? We have these desks that you can use. You see, it could be situations that play out like that, but definitely big in moving forward in business, in deep emotional intimacy, in moving past psychological and emotional hangups, and you're looking really sexy doing it. So you guys are really attractive right now when you have and able to share in your experiences that you overcame, instead of keeping it a secret, or instead of letting it bury you or put you in a place of trauma. You are freeing yourself up from that and moving forward. So that means everything else that falls in this house moves forward with you, and the things that you have to let go of, be free. Go ahead and let go of it, because you're going to get it back. Okay. That's what Venus and Sagittarius is all about. You're going to get it back. Anything that you lost, anything that you have to recover. Is it recover? Okay. It's coming to you. All right. So definitely wear your burdens, whatever you've experienced that took you to the dark side. That is a part of your experience. That is a part of who makes you who you are. And let me tell you, you're moving past all of that. Okay. All right. So, and another thing, like I said, some of you guys are moving forward with a significant financial situation and you know that it's going to play out the way you want, or you guys are moving forward with a stronger relationship bond, however it may look. All right. And however the person decides that y'all want to handle it or manage the situation. Okay. And that's even including marriage. Okay. So Taurus, thank you so much for watching the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel because you know I will be back. All right. Gemini. Okay. So Gemini, you have went through so many changes. For this Mercury, for a while, but even with this Mercury retrograde, what it was showing you is inside of your 6th house of work. I'm talking things that work, things that didn't work, your time management, responsibilities, attachment that people had to you. And there's definitely changes coming in this area. It could have been a dark time at work or with finances and things of that nature. However, you could have gotten some insight, whether you put inside of an application for another job or whether you decided to plan and prioritize important aspects to making money and what that looks like ahead of everything else. Whatever the case may be, it's bringing in changes to this area, right? And how you're looking good and how you're looking attractive and bringing it in is because other people, Sagittarius, Venus in your 7th house, are seeing this. They're taking notice of this. Some of you guys can become famous or really popular with what it is that you do for work and the type of changes that you make. People see, if you see Scorpio and Pluto type energy, wherever it's sitting, it usually or typically comes up by way of maybe a downfall, maybe forced tragic type changes or just extreme intense changes. And you could have been going through extreme intense and changes when it comes to your job or when it comes to something that you've been working at. And I mean, to the point to where the type of the type of change and shift that this is going to make, it shows you doing a come up in this area of finances and money and things that you make off of job or the work that you're doing. Okay. Some of you guys opened yourself up to multiple streams of income, and that's a very good thing. Now you're looking attractive without doing much because Venus is in your 7th house. I mean, I feel like you feeling the vibes. I feel like other people are feeling the vibes. You could be feeling the vibes for money and resources. But however, this is the thing. Okay. You look attractive because the way that you have worked on yourself, because the 6th house talks about how we work on ourselves, is amazing, is phenomenal, is outstanding. Okay. And when we make ourselves better, we do better. So yes, something that you offer is valuable. People are seeing you as valuable. They want to work together, a link together with you for business, possibly business partnerships type relationships, and also for love relationships. So how do you look? How do you look attractive? And how do you get what you want? By not settling, by continuing to move forward, to show that what you were in, who you were at once upon a time, and that's what you were attracting in, is no longer that. And you still have your support and you still have people backing you. Some of you guys can even be relationship counselors, or you go to see a relationship counselor, or even just a counselor for yourself. There is nothing wrong with therapy. Okay. We all need to talk sometimes, but you are moving past love and relationships that keep you stagnant. It's not your storyline. It's not for you. And by you doing this, you have people coming back around. You have people being attracted to you. You have people wanting and desiring you. And all you need to do is be you. And also understand, though, when you do have a significant relationship, when you do have those people that value you and want love, want romance, want business, want advancement, be there, show up. There's no problem with that. So, by you understanding the art of relationships and you holding your relationships with people just as important and just as high, and be able to celebrate them just back at the same time, they see that you are there. You want what they want. And y'all are able to work together. But understand that this is not the time for you to settle in life. The changes that you are making, you earn them. Okay? And so continue to advance and continue to attract in what it is that you want and what it is that you need in business, finance, and love. Okay, so thank you, Gemini, for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I will be back. Hello, Cancer. So a lot of significant changes that you just made and you became aware of, and you decided that not only become aware of, why don't you make these changes as well, is when it comes to yourself and the way that you see yourself and the uniqueness about yourself and that expression, having fun, breaking free, living a little, is definitely what you decided to do, because you feel and you felt and you realize that life is too short not to do so. Life is too short to suppress yourself and your feelings and what you need and what you want in order to cater to somebody else, or to in order to make someone else feel better. And you just looked around at how you could have settled in these different situations with these different people. And guess what? You turn the focus around on you. You realize, and this is what I love about this is why I've been rooting for y'all. Because there's certain signs I root for. And the reason why I've been rooting for you guys is because, thing about it, what I am very, very big on is self-realization. However we may have to get there, it's self-realization. And for a lot of you guys, you looked around one day and it's just, it's been incidents after incidents after incidents. But you looked around one day and you just realized, Cancers, that you just was like, wait a minute. Why is it that I take these people in? I befriend them. I treat them like family. I support them, only for them to throw me under the bus, to not show me the same level of loyalty, to act like they got better shine than me, to not understand that you really about that life, but you are generous and you're giving in a way that you can let other people shine. You can let other people do their thing, until you realize that it's taken away from who you are and you're tired of it. So you decided through a self-realization that you had to change for you. Nobody else was going to sit there and help you usher that in. And if they did, it was not the way that you wanted them to. It was solely through mirror. It was solely through the way you saw that they were treating you. And guess what? The great thing about this is that I really, really respect and admire, and a lot of you guys, is the fact that you putting yourself first, you wanting fun and adventure in life, you realizing what your skill set is, what that looks like, how you want to feel different, you want to feel better, you want to better yourself, actually still in the process helps other people. Ain't that something? It's time for you to shine. No, not just shine. I'm talking about in a way that you never have before. And this is shine inside of your relationships. And if you with a mofo that can't let you do that, Cancer, shine without them. This makes you attractive at work, at what it is that you want to work for. You can make more money doing this. I don't know. Maybe you have some sort of skill or some sort of talent that you want to present to other people, that you want to bring out and express. And people want to see it. They will pay for it. Maybe this is something that you're putting forth, some sort of initiative at work, that where you doing this job makes you known or seen, or, people are looking at you more like someone that's coming out your shell, and your energy is magnetic and is drawing people into you. And when you draw people into you, you draw in opportunities, relationship opportunities, opportunities in work, money. And let me tell you, you might be with end up meeting somebody at work, or somebody that likes the type of work that you do, or into the type of thing that you do, or you guys are into the same thing. You could even work together. But whatever the case may be, this is more money. This is more finance. This is more stability. This is getting what you want out of situations as well. This is give and take energy. That's what you want to be on when you're dealing with people. Give and take. That's what makes you attractive. So don't sleep on the fact that if you want something, let's even say you're going on a date, and your date goes, hey, I want to go, they name the place that they want to go to. You could suggest, like, well, you know what? That's great. I'm glad you want to take me there. However, I want to do something fun. Like, I want to do something to where we can interact with each other. I want to go play putt-putt golf. And you guys, and listen, this is going to make you so attractive, because the person that you're with, you will find out was probably just doing something that they felt like would please you. And they really want to go putt-putt golfing. Or you guys go there and you have the best time. Or you go there with a friend and then you end up meeting somebody like a lover, or some sort of job opportunity or financial opportunity. Okay. So this is what makes you attractive. As you continue to show up in a practical way, be in control over your emotions, and stick it to people, like hold people accountable in your life for what they need to be held accountable for. All right. Okay. So thank you, Cancer. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, because you know I'll be back. Okay, so Leo, what is going on with you? All right, so I'm back doing this video for the transit, covering the transit that's coming up. First of all, we have Mercury that was retrograde in the sign of Scorpio and went direct on November the 29th, and that is inside of your fourth house of security. So right off the bat, we're seeing changes that was made in your foundation. Maybe family foundation taking changes due to, you know, maybe you guys maybe separating from a partner or a family in a situation, or just seeing that take on a change. You know, we see this a lot of times when we have empty nesters, or we have additions added to the family. You know, we see this sometimes with separation and divorce, or even coming together with someone else, making changes in that area. Whatever the case may be, this particular transit had you thinking about how you saw security and how you saw your personal relationships and interactions, like what was special for you, what was important for you, how did these situations make you feel. And this is the thing, I don't think it was an easy thing and easy realizations, but yet it still happened. And maybe you even have a change of perspective about what it is that you want, or what it is that you feel like you need. Maybe some of you guys don't want to let something go, and you made a decision to do so during Mercury retrograde. This happens all the time. But, you know, like I said, what this transit really did show you, Leo, was how you feel. Where does your security lie? Like, where do you find security in? How do you feel in your personal up close relationships? And you also understand the fact that your feelings, your personal feelings, security really starts from within. Because when we can align with that, we're able to produce what it is that we want to see on the outside. Now, this is the thing, because for you, Venus is sitting inside your fifth house. What these changes showed you was that there were parts of yourself that you were neglecting, or you forgot about, or you pushed to the wayside. And it really is reawakening you up to you, who you are. What do you want? Because a lot of you guys are getting caught up into what other people wanted. You were getting caught up into like your partner, relationships, you know, how they saw security. And the thing about it is, you realize there was a lot of things that you possibly were insecure in. And you got to be careful, because we have to be careful making decisions based off of our insecurities. It will have us playing small. It will have us self-sabotaging, when really Everything's already lined up there for us. Like, we can better ourselves, but trust me, insecurity is a very hard thing, and destructive at the same time. But this, something that you have recently did or you recently realized, is restoring your confidence. And not only that, other people are seeing it too. But this is the results that you get when you decide that you want to go after and choose a life that you want and live that. I know you guys are changes. You could have made changes to your appearance, or you want to do that. It's asking you the question of what is it that you want. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys, you need to get out there and start dating again. Have fun. Something for a while suppressed or took away your ability to have fun and create. This is what makes you attractive, that you can do this. And the fact that you can also be about other people. That's what Venus and Sagittarius is showing. But you reestablishing and remaking those connections with you. Like I said, maybe you leave one gift behind or one talent behind, and then you pursue another one. Or you pursue something in a way that you haven't before. Because for some of you guys that's stuck on the way one thing or something has to happen. Some of you guys are gifted, multi-talented, all of that. And this is about your self-expression, because you could be settling because you're afraid to speak up. You're afraid to express yourself. Not knowing that being able to do so puts you in alignment with what it is that you want. Travel is big. Doing things different than what you typically would. Creating something new. Where you were then in the past, that's where you were then. That's who you were. But we change as we grow and as we experience. Like, you got to ask yourself the question, Leo, of who are you now? And shape everything around that. All right. Thank you, Leo. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I will be back. Hello, Virgo. So I'm back with these transits. Mercury going direct in the sign of Scorpio, and it went direct inside of your third house of the way that you think, your perspectives, even your local community and environment. And this is the thing, there was changes made with that. Maybe some of you guys relocated, or you just really been out of touch with things going on around you. You want to think bigger. You want to think better. You want to think bolder. You want to think outside the box. You want to have new experiences versus or based on who is willing to give and provide for you. Because this is not selfish. This is not selfish by far. This is what you are used to doing. And let me tell you, recently you decide to make the changes of really putting yourself first, not just to be doing things just to do it, not to just be working jobs just to make money, not just to be in relationships just to make sure they function and keep it up and, well, this is what I need to do. No. It has to actually mean something. It has to actually be able to operate when you decide that you don't want to operate in this situation. That means that it has to be some sort of active give and take. And the thing about it is, it's just that you have opened up your eyes and you have seen to really where you have been settling, and you have made the decisions, or you will be making the decisions to no longer settle anymore. This time you're going after whatever you want. And the thing about it is, people around you are too small in their thinking. They don't understand how you would have the mindset to go for something as big as what you're going for. But let me tell you, it outranks, it outsucceeds, it outsurpasses people in your immediate and local environment, like what your family is typically known for. And I guess that could be hard for a lot of them to take and accept. But it doesn't mean, you got some people that don't want you to progress, but really they just don't get it. They're just like, okay, well, you have accomplishments. Look at what you've already done. But it's just not enough for you. And I feel like you have seen to where people in your immediate surroundings who you usually deal with, they play too small. You have changed your mind on something, the way that you see yourself, the way that you see life. And let me tell you, it's putting you in alignment with security, self-security, self-assurance. At peace with your emotional state of being, because what you were dealing with before, back and forth, volatile even, because of the way you were seeing things, the way that you thought, you got the information that you needed just recently so that you could be able to see things clearly, the changes that you need to make, the changes that you already made. And you should not regret them for one moment, Virgo. because you're making people step up and catch up to you, not you go back to the past and deal with these people and deal with these situations where they're at. No, they have to show and prove that they deserve you and they deserve your time. And in relationships, take on this personal turn. Because you don't want just anything. You want meaningful stuff. You want to grow your family. You want to succeed for your family. Some of you guys, this might be a different culture spouse, traveling, because maybe where you're at, it's not where you want to be for real. You want something else. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to experience. You want to fulfill personal needs and personal desires, like personal things like you want to accomplish. And a lover or somebody that you're related to in relations with, they might travel. They might be from a different culture. Maybe they could see eye to eye with you, and maybe y'all together both don't want to settle. But the thing about it is, you don't want to settle. You don't want to settle in love. You don't want to sacrifice everything that you are over and over and over again to just not get what you want out of the process. It doesn't make sense to you. So you got to ask yourself the question of what makes you feel good. This is where love, money, finances, maybe you're buying a new home, you're saving up to do so. You are doing things to amp up your security, to make more money, but even secure your family in the process, and how you feel. And in relationships, how you feel matters. So you see that take on a whole different experience just because you decided that you want these new experiences. That's all that it needs. That's all that it takes. Okay, Virgo. Thank you for joining me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel because you know I'll be back. Okay, so Libra, we're back with Mercury going direct on November the 29th in your second house. Okay, so you're ready to take on December with changes made to a lot of your foundations or things that you initially started. Maybe where you initially began or something you initially started, could it be previously or just like in the small past? You don't see it for that thing anymore. It's not you. It doesn't represent you in your entirety. It's not enough. You're feeling like where you're at and what you're getting is not enough for your intellectual levels and capabilities and what it is that you seek to have and fulfillment when it comes to the way that you live life, things that you're able to earn, what you're trying to make. And the thing about it is, you've seen where you could have settled before, or you see that you could settle before you even do, and changes are about to be made. And the interesting thing about Pluto and Scorpio energy is the fact that sometimes the changes sometimes it can be voluntary, sometimes it can be involuntary. And that is the thing. Okay. And because you decided to make these changes, or these changes has been made, you are wanting to move past. You want to go beyond your immediate environment, right? That's where you find love. That's where you find relationships. That's where you find money. You make money. Maybe if you travel and you go, or you move past whatever your current thought process is, and you're local, you're trying to stay local, you're trying to stay close, you're trying to stay, important to the people around you. But this is the thing. You have to ask yourself the question, Libra, where are you limiting yourself though? Like, are you doing what you want to do that's true to you, or are you following someone else's footsteps? Are you believing and thinking that you're making somebody else happy? But what about you? And you got to ask yourself these questions in order to make some solid decisions that you act upon, because there's no need to stay stagnant. Do you understand? But a lot of you guys, you will come to the understanding that, because Taurus is the house and the sign that represents our childhood and our upbringing, really. And you could see to where a lot of your upbringing has shaped who you believe yourself to be, who you are, and the way that you limit yourself. Because you could just felt like, my decision process was taken away from me. You could have wanted to maintain significant relationships, have a certain type of lifestyle, and you could feel that was involuntarily taken away from you. And you make your decisions based on playing it safe now. And based on the fact that maybe somebody could reject you, somebody could take your power away. Somebody may not relate to you. You know, there could be chaos. There could be altercations. But let me tell you something, Libra. Sometimes altercations is just another way of us challenging ourselves. And you will see, you will know, and you will feel, this is what's coming up, that your opportunities that's coming in is passing you by. Because you're waiting for a lot of your decision making that you do. And the way you end up at is not even based off of your own decisions. It's based off of the decisions of someone else, because it keeps you from the place of having to make decisions. But when you wake up and then you have these realizations, you realize, well, this is not even where I want it to be. And if it is, it wasn't my decision. I just ended up here. Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Because these changes that you recognize about where you're settling at is not necessarily that you're settling because you can't do any better or you don't think that you can. It's more about the fact that you're just allowing things to happen, Libra. And then when you do and you look at the results, you feel like you've given a lot of yourself. You feel like you've given important parts of yourself. You feel like you have been devalued. People don't respect you. In reality, they don't really know where you end and something else that has nothing to do with you begin. They don't really know what you really want. They don't really know who you really are. They just see that you are components of what you show them, what you want to present, who you think that you are, whatever the case may be. It doesn't mean that you don't know who you are. Other people may not understand. And this is the thing. You speak up in a way to where you make that known. You do this through active decision making. This is very powerful because you got to be careful, because I will never tell anybody to go and sabotage themselves. I would never say, oh, you should go speak up and tell people off and lose your job. And that, no, I wouldn't do that. However, I am saying that conversation is important. And then believing what you get out of those conversations. You talk to a loved one and you feel like when you go to say something and it goes unheard, or they can't never get on board with you, you really got to question yourself. You have to ask yourself, okay, well, is this the partner that I really want to be with? And then when you go, these conversations and, you know, you speaking up and stuff to mend bridges or whatever could happen could come by way of you know, just agreeing to disagree, you saying what it is that you think about something or how you feel about it. You're making choices based on you, not other people, not your friends, not your partner necessarily. And you have to confront these decisions. You have to confront these choices. You have to confront this in life with yourself. This is where the changes come. This is what makes you attractive. You speak in your mind, but at the same time, when you need to. Your ability as a Libra to actually bring people together. But at the same time, you can't force people. I get it. But you have to understand, sometimes, like, after damage has been done, it takes some sort of protocol. It takes the personal conversations, and it takes the effort. If you feel like it's worth it, then, you know, go for it. If not, sometimes you got to just let things be what they are. But you got to ask yourself the question, where do you go from here? Based on what you've seen, what you want out of life, where do you go from here? Thank you, Libra. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I will be back. Hello, Scorpio. So Scorpio, I want to start off by telling you guys that with this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, where, you know, a lot of people could have lost themselves and avoided this particular transit, got confused, whatever the case may be, I do see you as one of the few signs that actually could have embraced this particular Mercury retrograde and let it show you another perspective, another side of yourself, the way something could possibly go versus the way that it is going. And the fact that you took charge and took change upon yourself. You didn't just allow change to happen to you. I feel like you've already done that. Now you're looking at it as, okay, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm not going to sit here and live life in regrets. Things happen. It is what it is. Could it have went another way? Yes, it could have, but this is the way that it's gone. And with the results of that and what I knowing what I know, what do I do from here? What do I do now? That's where you ask yourself, that's where you at. You made changes within your life. And the thing about it is, you decided not to hold yourself back. Wow, that's very impressive. There's nothing there for you in the past. And you know the craziest thing about this, with Venus being in your second house of getting what you want, your values, your morality, where you stand. People are there to assist you. People are there to give you what you want. You can have what you want in love. You can have what you want in relationships. You can have what you want in possessions. You got to up your level, up your game. And I told you how you do that. Just by becoming you. Just by not being stuck. Because, yes, I get it. What we want in life could depend on a couple things. Who we are, where we're at in life. Some of you guys could just possibly say, well, I'm fine with what I have. I'm comfortable with what I have in life. But most of you guys are not going to say that. Majority of you guys want more. You can have more. You can obtain more. Why? Because you want to live a different life. You want to live a different life for your kids. You also want to do what you want to do in life. You don't want to just settle. Because what is it for? What for what? What is it all about? You want to experiment. You want to have fun. You want to have a meaningful life. You want to be able to travel when you want to travel. Maybe travel for work. Maybe travel with your lover or whoever you're in a partnership with. Make money just by, not having to work extra hard. Make money, accumulate. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys need to get into investing or something like that. It's not about no shoulda, coulda, wouldas, And some of you guys, you advance so much. And let me tell you, if it's a situation where somebody literally shitted on you that you was dealing with and they didn't treat you the best, but you just don't know how to let go. Like Scorpio, you got to understand that those people, that person is not happy. They're not happy for mistreating you. You do understand that, right? And there's nothing that you could have done differently. Things are the way that they are. And if it was something that you could have did differently, you now know and you now see, okay, fine, I could have did that differently. But at the same time, that situation was not for me. But the way that you are going to step up and the way that you have been valuing yourself and the changes that you have actively been making, you know that the universe is going to look out for you. You know that the universe is going to support you, right? You just got to keep going, babes. Venus is in your second house. You got the support. You can make money because you can ask for more hours at work. You can actually get, maybe some of you guys going to get some other certification, going to hire, complete some sort of education, getting yourself out of debt, investing, healing, expanding past what you typically do and deal with. Having the perspective for that, having the mindset for that, and actually doing it. Like the changes that you are going to make and you could make is just phenomenal. And I don't like to see a sign like a Scorpio just settle in life for no reason, just because it's, you can't ask for permission. You got to just go do it. You understand? You got to just go take it. You got to take your life. And even that could be something small. That could just be the way that you experience life, the way that you experience relationship, not, speaking up when you need to speak up, asking for help when you need help, just being free, just living life, not carrying around other people's burdens out of the sake of saying that you love them, because they wouldn't make you do that. For half of y'all, they're not even telling you to do that or asking you to do that. You're allowing yourself to do it. But this is the thing. It's okay. It's okay. Because like I said, what's making you attractive is your ability to expand, recognize your value, and not settle. All right. Thank you, Scorpio. Like the video, subscribe to the channel because I will be back. Hello, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, Mercury is going direct in your 12th house. So, you know, there's this needing to, or feeling this isolation, or feeling alone, or needing to take a time alone to move past something significant. Maybe there's something that you just experienced in your life that could cause a, you know, embarrassment for you, or that you're trying to shy away from, or you're trying to hide away from. And this is the thing. I feel that whatever you needed to do this for in the healing process that happened, and in spite of that, that's the time that you need it. You need to heal. You need to understand that whatever it was that you experienced, this is just another part of you experiencing life. And there's nothing to shy away from. There's nothing to shame away from. It's all about you just recognizing. Maybe you recognize people playing behind your back don't really have your best interest at heart. Maybe you recognize that you had more support than what you thought that you did, right? Maybe you even see some of your self-sabotaging ways. Maybe some of you guys came across another way that you can do something. You could present your talent. You went to the next level, and what that is, you know, maybe think about a person that sings, but then they become even more skilled in their ability to sing because they go and take singing lessons. Or think about somebody that doesn't even know. It's like, you know that is there, but you wouldn't even dare sing in front of somebody, but you do. And then now you're making videos, or now you're singing and performing, or whatever the case may be. But definitely changes are coming. So a lot of that isolated time, or feeling alone, or needing to take time to yourself to heal, there could be actually, you know, momentum here. People wanting to see you, people wanting to reconnect with you, and things of that sort. Why? Because Venus is transiting your sign. Venus is transiting your sign. Mercury is possibly going to end up there, or will end back up there in your sign, you know, really adding on the effectiveness of your ability to communicate, your ability to express yourself, understand things, see clearly, move forward. And I don't see this as you're moving forward in a typical rush about way like you typically could as a Sagittarius. You're moving forward in a way of stillness and power when you have separated yourself, right, in that 12th house, and you come to understand what you need, what makes you who you are, not based on what other people want you to do, what other people want you to say, how other people want you to feel. Okay? When somebody embarrasses you, or tries to embarrass you, or whatever they do, try to shame you, they do so based off the fact that they want you to feel a certain type of way about the way they feel. Has nothing to really do with you. And if it does have something to do with you, you're seeing how you're not limited and you are not stuck. You see that you're just living your life and there's progression there. What makes you attractive? You being you coming out and living your life, and not having, you know, not being apologetic about what it is, where you're at in your life, and what it is that you experience and what you had to face, because it's you. It doesn't matter what other people think about it, right? You are attractive. Maybe there's some way that you look, the magnetism, the vibe that you're giving off, the frequency being aligned with Venus is definitely attractive. Other people see it. You know, this could help you attract a partner if you don't, or the person that you with could want to spend more time to you, or get reconnected with you and drawn back into you, and you as a partner wanting to spend time with you and things of that nature. So even if it's not a romantic partner, it could be like a child or a sibling or someone in your family or a friend. They want you around. They want you to be part of their festivities. They want you there. Now, this is the thing. It's up to you. Because for some of you guys, you could be like, well, no, these same people stabbed me in the back. These same people weren't there for me when I needed them, etc., etc. But so it's up to you who you want to move forward with. But you got to ask yourself the question of, do you want to sit there and close yourself off completely to life? Or you just know how to handle people moving forward? That's the question. So get out there, have some fun. You know, you're looking sexy. You looking attractive. You drawing in money and financial opportunities, love opportunities, relationship opportunities, partnership opportunities. Okay. You're looking your best. You're looking good. You're feeling like you want to. So go out there and do your thing. You've been on a little spiritual journey, and now you're about to come out, and everybody's about to see the transformation process that you endured. Okay. So thank you, Sagittarius. Should I say spiritual hiatus? But thank you, Sagittarius. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I will be back. Hello, Capricorn. So Capricorn, you are currently experiencing Mercury go direct in your 11th house. And this is the thing with Mercury direct here in Scorpio. Yes, there's insight and expansion to where you want to go, what direction that you want, your relationships and affiliations around you, and the changes in that whole aspect, people coming back around and you coming back around to them, especially important, significant relationships and friendships that you want to keep or you want to see develop, and vice versa. This is here for you. But like I said, it's clear about maybe you have some sort of wish, or maybe you have something that you want to do in life. And it can involve working with other people. It can involve helping other people or being a part of other people's lives, some sort of way, shape, or form. Or you just see that you want to expand in some way, because maybe the people that you usually deal with, they're not going but so far. You don't want to be in situations where you feel stuck. Someone else not succeeding, so now you don't succeed. Someone else make a decision, and now that decision is affecting you. No, you want to be able to move about, right? Good. And let me tell you, it's all about you. It's all about you. Venus is in your 12th house of Sagittarius. Okay? Private relationships, private romance, or even about yourself. The thing about Venus in your 12th house is that you have to figure out who you are. You have to figure out how you want to move forward. You have to figure out what changes that you need to make, how you need to apply it, right? And you're seeing it by way of your experiences that taught you this. But you have some new experiences coming. And I know it could be kind of shocking. It could be kind of scary. It could be different, because nobody likes the feeling of the unknown. It's like, okay, so who is my lover going to be? Who's going to love me? Who's going to be in a relationship with me? Where am I going to get this money from? How am I going to start this new job? All those questions are there, but you have to be confident in the fact that you know why you want to make these changes that you want to make. You know why you want to have love. You know why you want to experience partnership and relationships. You know why you want more money or different type of money. However the case may be. You know why you want to change jobs. You know all these things. So really, that's half the battle. We have to understand that every element, every transit, every positioning that we face is here for a reason. It's here for a reason. Give it time. This is preparing you for your season, and we want you jumping out with confidence. We want you jumping out looking good, feeling good. Okay? Well, think about it. There's ways for you to make money. There's hidden money. There's skill sets, talents, maybe even financial counselors, however you want to put it in. There's love there, but maybe the person that likes you, they don't know, like you don't want to let them know that you like them, or they don't want to share with you that you like, they like you. It could be for different reasons. Maybe it's going to ruin your friendship. Maybe it's that you can't really talk about how you feel. Maybe it's something that seems a little bit taboo. I don't know what the case may be, but this is the thing. Yes, make your choices accordingly. But sometimes you got to see how things happen and how they play out. That's what I see with this particular transit. And, I feel that what's attractive about you is your mysteriousness. So let things play out. Use this time to see what you like in love. See what you like in relationships with other people. Be able to express that. Be able to grow. Be able to make yourself attractive. Be able to be confident and understand that you want to go and you want more money, whatever direction you want to get it from, how you want to accumulate it. Can you embark on that? Are you willing to invest in that? Okay. I know you are. All right. Thank you, Capricorn, for joining me, watching the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel because I will be back. Aquarius. Hey, what's up? So Mercury goes direct inside of your 10th house of career, things that you're building, things that you're working on. And this is the thing, you got a lot of changes coming in this area. And you know what they say about Pluto, Plutonic energy, Scorpio, wherever the case may be. And this is something that you could know about, or you're going to find this out about the changes that are being made and at some sort of work, something that you're building, something that you're working on. And I don't know, some people could be getting let go of, or this could be affecting you because it's in a 10th house. And the fact that, you know, that sometimes with changes, it could be voluntary or involuntary, you know, but however the case may be, it affects us sometimes personally, wherever Scorpio's at. So definitely, and this could be something that you're doing. And if you haven't done it yet, you could be thinking about these changes, how you're going to navigate them. But, you know, it's definitely something significant in developments that you have, and these changes at work and career. It could seem like something that maybe you're trying to accomplish or you're trying to reach is just far off, or like you're just starting on what that looks like. So you could not be at the end result of wherever it is that you want to be, but at the same time, that's coming. Some of you guys could be holding yourself back, or it could be a timing thing for some of you guys. So really keep that in mind, you know, because there's some things that you have to figure out first. I feel like that's what Mercury retrograde was about in Scorpio for you. And then Venus is in your 11th house. So this could be a time where you kind of just let things be. It's like, okay, well, in career and developments, I'm gonna let things be. But you do know that you want to come together, interact, or move past certain affiliations, you know, make new friends, network, get around the right people. The best thing, or the thing that could be most beneficial for us, especially Aquarius, is being able to position themselves or get in the position of people with affiliations and make friendships with people that are different, but understand your need to be different, or understand that maybe your approach is not typical, you know, but definitely love and friendship. So there could be a friendship that you have with somebody that could take on a twist. Like maybe y'all have more in common than what you thought. Or you're closing in the distance between you and a lover, especially coming up in December. And the thing about it is you want to move forward. You don't really want to be attached to, yes, you have your memories, and yes, you have your feelings about things, but you don't really want to be attached to people that you've outgrown, or that's not, it's like when you get around them, it brings you down. It doesn't, or you know how sometimes we could be around the wrong people, you know, those people we get around and they don't mean the best for us, but we're around them, you know? So this could also be some of you guys want to travel. You want to get away with your partner. You want to build on things. You want expansion. You want to work towards progression. So you're looking to possibly heal situations, fix situations, progress in situations. You want to go towards and move towards your dreams, your wishes, your ultimate, the thing that's whatever you want in your life that's going to make you, represent you, and make you the most happiest. Something that you can actually build upon based on you, who you are. Not necessarily what somebody else wants you to do, that work that somebody else wants you to do, and just bogged down by these weird commitments. And not commitment could be a good thing, don't get me wrong, but the opinions of others, their viewpoints. But you have to ask yourself the question though, when good, strong relationships are damaged or changed, you got to say it does make you feel a certain type of way. So what you do honor and what you do treasure and what you do want in your life, you have to be able to maintain that. You know, you have to show up like you do. And maybe these people, they got to do the same for you, and you're just finally holding them accountable. I don't know, but you got to ask yourself the question, Aquarius, right now, of what is it do you want? Then you got to move towards it. Nobody said it was going to be easy. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. Like the video, subscribe to the channel because I will be back. Last but not least, Pisces. Pisces. So Mercury is going direct inside of your ninth house of experiences, travel, and just expansion, how you're seeing yourself in the vision of that, things coming together, move forward, movement, not looking back. There was changes there. Maybe these changes messed up your travel plans. Maybe these changes helped you see that something that you were going to go towards, the way that you were going to go towards it, the timing of it, all of that could possibly not be what that is. You know, maybe you need some more time. This is why Venus is actually transiting your 10th house right about now so you can re-envision the vision, so that you could take your time to understand things kind of expand, they unfold, and you have to build off of these things, which is very good for the sign of Pisces, especially if you get distracted easy. Venus being in your 10th house is going to give you that steadiness to work on something, to grow, to work towards your goals, to see developments of that and what that looks like. Some of you guys is rekindling some sort of relationship with your father, or maybe the father inside of your child's life. And this could be you too, really wanting to be inside your child's life, or really wanting to have different relationships with your children than what was given to you. But this is the thing. It's all about commitment. It's all about what you're committed to. So somebody wants to commit to you and they want to solidify the fact that y'all are committed with each other, no matter the distance, no matter how things unfolded. And this is the thing. Even if it's not in a romantic situation, this is you committing to yourself, because this is some sort of major manifestation that's happening and developing in the area of your career. You can make money off of this. You can get clients off of this job or whatever you're building, wherever you're working at. And as a matter of fact, some of you guys might even meet the love of your life, or this is something that you and your partner could actually benefit off of together. Okay. And it can involve traveling as well. So this is pretty good. Developments in your career, or developments in something that you want to bring about that has some sort of long standing, right? And like I said, this is even in relationships too. But if it's not just that, it's definitely in the area of your career, whatever goal you're working on, even something that you could have been stuck at some point in time. You're actually getting the help, or you're talking to somebody, or maybe this is somebody that this is the type of line of work that you do in order to help you move past this and these experiences. But there's definitely money here. Make sure that you are utilizing the resources. Like if you're opening up a business or something like that, make sure you're looking into ways that they could be funded, like the ins and outs, business loans, etc. Okay. All right. So thank you, Pisces, for joining me. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I will be back.